Hello. What's up? It's your local Radical Geezer. Today we're going to go over my Magical Musketeer deck profile. I apologise if there is poor sound quality or the camera's a bit shaky. I haven't got the best setup right now. I'm going to try and fix it. I think there's already a big improvement from the last video. So we're just going to hop right into this. It's a 40 card main deck. Of course, 15 card extra deck. Won't run any less. Yeah, so we're going to start it off with what you need to play in every Musketeer deck. So we're going to run 3 copies of Caspar. Caspar is your main search. It allows you to search out any magical Musketeer card from your deck, I believe, yeah. If a spell Entrap is activated in the column. It's really great. Yeah, just a good card. Next, we run 3 copies of Magical Musketeer Starfire. Really, this is just another way to get to the Caspar. It can also be used for the Utopia double combo, which I'll show at the end of the video. Next, we run triple Kid Brave. Now this is just some extra draw power. Discard one magical musket card from your hand, and then draw 2 cards? Yeah. This is great, but really it's just used to try and get into your Caspar or your Starfire, because they're the main combo starters. Next, we run 2 copies of Doc. It's a really good second turn card, allowing you to recur the cards back from your graveyard to your hand. Yeah, it's great. And then for the last Magical Musketeer, you play the Calamity, which allows you to special summon a magical musket monster from the graveyard. So it's really great. But mainly we're playing it just for the Utopia double combo with Starfire. Onto hand traps and whatnot, we are running 3 Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. This is such a great card. Of course, it depends what deck you're going against. Not every deck plays links now, but it's just worth main decking so you can draw some more cards. If your opponent even goes into a link 1, you can draw a card, and shuffle 1 into your deck. Plus, it can be used as a negate. It is a bit of a brick. It's the only real proper brick we play in the deck. It's a bit of a brick when we're if we've got it in our hand and our opponent doesn't play links. So that's the only problem with it. It can be sided out quite easily. Then next we are running triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, just the most versatile hand trap in the game. It's really great. There's just nothing... I can't think of many decks that don't get hit by it. And especially now that Called by the Graves at 1, they're less likely to be able to do anything about it. Next, we run triple Magical Musket Cross Domination. Really good. Really good for the Utopia combo as well. Allows you to target one face-up monster on the field, and then until the end of the turn, reduce its attack and defense to 0. And also all its effects are negated, so that it's just a really solid card that can be searched. And then we run 1 Steady Hands. Doesn't come up often. Sometimes you can just search another card. You don't really know what else to search, so you search that. It can be used to protect a magical musket monster. But other than that, it's very situational. So we only run 1. Next, we are running triple Cosmic Cyclone. Just another one. It sets off your magical musket cards, and you also get to destroy your opponent's spell and traps. Just really solid. Next, for draw power, we are playing the 2 copies of Pot of Desires. Banish 10 cards from the top of your deck face down, draw 2 cards. All the important cards we're running 3+ copies of. It's yeah, so it isn't a big deal. Sometimes your Utopia double combo pieces can get banished, but that isn't the end of the world. It just means you can't do Utopia double. Next, for one-offs, we run 4, so we run the 1 Upstart Goblin, just a bit more draw power. The 1 Instant Fusion, this is a go in second deck, it's a really good go in second card. And the 1 Raigeki, destroy your opponent's monsters. Sometimes, you know, you're playing through a lot of negates, sometimes maybe your opponent uses 4 that negates, Raigeki them. It's also, it's a force negate, so you can force them to negate it. It's a very good card, and for our final spell, we run 1 copy of Double or Nothing. Really, really good card. You need it for the Double or Nothing combo, obviously. Yep. Next, for traps, we are running 3 Desperado. Searchable with magical muskets and allows you to destroy a monster your opponent controls. Really great. Another one that if you target an important monster, it practically forces a negate. And searchable as well. Last stand, negate a spell or trap, and of course searchable. Really good for if you dismantle some of your opponent's board and they're trying to do some comeback plays, you can just negate their stuff. Yeah, searchable. Good card. Next, this card is so underrated. 2 copies of Dancing Needle. Dancing Needle, it is a DD Crow on steroids. I might have heard Simo say that, I might have heard someone else say that, but it is good. Banish 3 cards from your opponent's graveyard, basically. It's just such a strong card. You can activate from your hand, of course, with the magical musket effects. Brilliant. And then for the last trap, play 1 Crooked Crown. Well, in general, I don't really do side decks on my channel, because I think that sort of varies what format you're in, where you go in. Of course, so does deck building. But so I would say also swap out the 3 Phantasme for impermanence if if your deck's not if your opponent's not playing many links. Now onto the extra deck. The extra deck it's one I haven't really put too much thought into. I've really sort of tried to master the main deck. Haven't done too well with the extra deck yet. So we're running 3 Max. This is a brilliant card. One of the best going second cards in the game, and that's why magical muskets are a going second deck. Because of this card. You see, when it's summoned, you can either add magical musket spell and traps from your deck to your hand equal to the amount of monsters your opponent has, or special summon magical musket monsters equal to the amount of spell and trap cards your opponent has on the field. So it's such a strong card, and it's just a link 1. So it gives so much advantages. Can be a +1, +2, +3 even. It's great. Next, we run a few Nightmare cards. We run 1 Nightmare Cerberus, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, and 1 Nightmare Unicorn. Phoenix, don't have a copy of at the moment, so use your imagination. It's, yeah, just to get a few more things off the field. Next, the 1 Borlow Dragon, and then the 1 Boral, what's it called? Boral Sword. So the Boral Sword is a really great card. Of course, I don't have a copy here either. They're the only 2 missing cards, so that you have to worry about. So yeah, Boral Sword. You can do a lot of damage, get some OTKs with that. Just some more firepower, because this deck, everything's quite low attack. Onto the Xyz monsters. We run the 1 Abyss Dweller. Sometimes if you go in first, you can get that out on the field. 1 Castell. And 1 number 101. This is really good going first card, but then these two again are some generic going second Xyz monsters. They are pretty strong, but obviously, ideally, we go into Utopia double. Then we are running 1 Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. This is if you can't go into that Utopia double. You can just half the attack of a monster in your opponent's field and then gain that attack. So this monster can get pretty big pretty easily. Next, just for the Utopia double combo, which I will show you in just a minute, we run 1 Utopia double, we run 1 Utopia, and we also run, just for the instant fusion target, 1000 eyes restrict to steal a monster your opponent controls. I've gone through this a bit fast. This is my 3rd time recording it. Had some technical issues, so I might be going through things a bit fast, but we're going straight onto the combo stage now. Okay, so for this combo, technically all you need for it is Starfire and another level 4 in the field. I'm going to show you a very specific 2-card combo. So we're going to we need Starfire and a copy of Cross Domination. So we summon the Starfire, activate the Cross Domination. This is going to allow us to target 1 card our opponent controls, negate its effects, and reduce its attack and defense to 0. 0, that's important. Then Starfire's effect will activate, allowing us to special summon Calamity. This is now how we got our 2 level 4s in order to make our Utopia double. So we will use those 2. We're going to put it in over here because it's a bit better light. In order to summon our Utopia double. We're now going to activate Utopia double's effect. Detaching the material, doesn't really matter which one, in order to search out double or nothing from my deck. And then overlay that with a Utopia. We're now going to attack, detach 1 material in order to negate our own attack, and then chain double or nothing. So since the monster's attack is negated, it can now make a second attack, and its attack is doubled during the damage step only. So actually, Utopia doubles doubled this attack already, so it's at 5000 attack. And so if our opponent's monster is at 0 attack, well, we would be dealing 10,000 damage, but this card can't attack directly. But since we use Cross Domination, one of our monsters, or one of our opponent's monsters should be at 0 attack, then we can attack 10,000 damage for game. But that'll wrap up the video today. Pretty strong deck. It was getting top 8s at what was it? Was it a Pro Play Tour? I think it was. Getting top 8 at a Pro Play Tour a while ago. The deck can completely hold its own. Hasn't gotten any weaker, and I think it's definitely at least slightly underrated. Of course, you can. Yeah, I think you could confidently win a locals with this sort of deck. Now, make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed the content, you want to see some more. Of course, there will be updates on this deck in the future.